Hi, everybody. Oh dear. I didn't realise I had a frog in my throat. Welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. Hi, Terry. You were just catching up on last night's stamping. Ah, great, because you're going to see me make something with it right now. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And we mainly do card making here, sometimes scrapbooking, sometimes album making, mini albums, and some other papery, crafty stuff. So I love stamping my own paper, and that is what I did last night. If you missed it, you can go back and watch it afterwards. Stay with me now if you want to, unless you're watching on the replay, whereas you can just pause it, go back, go and watch this, and then come back. I will put it in the description of this video, the link to this, how I stamped this. Later though. After I've done the live. Hi Kim, hi Judy, hi Heather, hi Cheryl, hi Lisa, hi Terry, hi Georgiana, Patricia, Paula, great to see you still icy in Ohio. Is that icy with you as well, Cheryl? I know you're in Ohio. Hi Patricia, hi Monica, great to see you all. All right, so I had a quick look at my Pinterest board. I use Pinterest a lot. And I use it quite tactfully, tactically, because I need to come up with ideas pretty often for lives, for workshops. And so Pinterest is kind of my go-to for just finding an idea, sometimes casing it and just redoing it in my style, or sometimes seeing something that I will then go, oh, I wonder what would happen if I did something like that, but with something else. Or it's just an inspiring picture or something like that. So I do recommend Pinterest as a way to get inspiration. However, and I know I've spoken about this before, be very careful that you don't end up card. Therefore, if I don't have those things, I'm a rubbish card maker. And I know that sounds like a really extreme, conclusion, like a jumping from, just scrolling on Pinterest to like a conclusion. I've been there and done it, so I know what I'm talking about. It's so easy to get tempted into thinking, if I don't have that product, my card's going to be rubbish. So please, that's not what I'm suggesting Pinterest is about. It's great to get ideas. And as I said, if you're like me and you have to come up with ideas on a regular basis, like if you're a demonstrator, then it is really helpful. Now, I have a public kind of Pinterest where, you guys are free to follow me. Please do, and pin whatever you want from my boards. And then I also have some, private secret boards that I kind of just use as resources that I'll save and then go back and refer to when I need an idea. Because there may be times where I'm just scrolling and I'll find something and I don't need it there and then. I don't need it that week. I might not even need it that month. But at some point I'll go, oh, I just need to go back there and check, what ideas I've got. And there we go. Anyway, that's just my little suggestion about Pinterest and using it for your creativity. If you want to ask questions, if you're cutting in and cutting out, please go back out and come back in if you're experiencing sound issues. Let me just check what sound I'm on. Yeah, no, mine should be fine. Let me just double check my settings. Thanks, Monica. Sound. Let me just check. Yeah, mine's up to 100%. My public artful stampin, Terry. Yeah, and I believe it's actually linked in my description. Let me just double check that. Hold on. Just double check. Where's my description? Yeah, I'll go grab it for you now though. Yeah. Not icy yet. It's coming. Pam's having a snow day. Oh, yeah, please go back out and come back in. It's so weird because like there's nothing, I don't do anything different, and people, this is what people are telling me. They kind of just pop out of YouTube and then come back in. Here we go. All right, so the card I'm about to make is one that I've seen the idea for on Pinterest, and I have actually cased this lady before. She seems to just create some really lovely different cards, so I will give her credit for the inspiration, but I didn't actually follow her measurements for this card. I kind of just looked at it and figured it out for myself, how I wanted to do it. So my measurements are slightly different, and I'll explain it when I show you what I'm about to do. Right. Who else has just arrived? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mindy. Great to see you. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. Right, I just need to get my camera sorted out, and then we'll get to it. Any questions about Pinterest or anything really? Ask me what you want. I'm not promising I'll answer, but you can ask me what you want. I have to make a 60th wedding anniversary card. Oh, Anne, you might like this idea because I am going to suggest how you can kind of fancy this up and use it for a really spectacular card. So stick with me tonight, Anne. You may enjoy this one. My sound and video are not in sync. Oh no! What? Well, hopefully once you see my hands, it won't matter, will it? Oh, I'm synced on Terry's. Right, Mindy, can you pop round to Terry's and watch me on Terry's? That is so bizarre. It's the time difference, Mindy. Yes, sometimes you have to be quite strict, Patricia. Set yourself an alarm. Yeah. Or go on there when you know that you can't stay on there all day, you know, like you've got a deadline or something and you've got to go and do something. Or just do it when you're, I don't know, on a bus, you know, that kind of thing. We'll make a coffee and watch. Hi, Alison. Hi, Holly. Okay, apologies for those of you who are having sound issues. I've done what I can do on this end. So, all right. So I'd look at my little diagram. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but I've done a little diagram. So what I have done, so I'll explain the measurements, and then if I have time at the end, I'll do another one. Okay, so I took a piece of A4 cardstock. So if you've got 8.5 by 11, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. You'll fit this into an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Yours will just be a little bit shorter than mine. And what I did was, imagine this is all one piece, you know, imagine that I haven't cut it down. Just going to see if I can pull out a little bit. I think I forgot I haven't pulled my camera out rather. Okay. I'll just focus on the measurement bit for now, and then. All right. So if you imagine this is all one piece, what you do is score at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 3/4, and 5 inches. So basically, you're scoring every 1 1/4. Then you're going to score at 5 5/8. Let me just see if I can figure what that would be in centimeters. Oh, that would be 3, 6-ish, 9, 12, and then score at 13.5. Okay, and then cut your card at, I think that would be 7 5/8. which would be about 19 centimetres. And then rotate it and cut it. I've cut mine at 5 3/4. Those of you who've got 8.5 by 11, it will be 5.5 inches. So you end up with 2 pieces of cardstock with the same scores on them. So the construction of this, I'm just going to stick it together so you can see the construction straight away. So this is called like a double tower card, and then the one that I've copied or got inspiration from, she did a bridge across the two. So I think I will do that. So to stick it together, you burnish all your corner folds. Just, you know, fold everything up so that your cardstock is happy and knows what it's doing. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are equal sizes. So it's probably easier to have those 4 scores on the left if you're right-handed, and that longer panel there. Fold that over so you've got 2 panels there. And what you're going to do is put some glue, she says, there we go, get it started, down this narrow panel. Basically you've got scores either side, but it's a narrower panel there. I'm just going to remove a little bit of that glue because spread it around a little bit. There we go. And then fold that over and give that a really good push. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Right, let that dry. And then do the same again. So fold it over, put a bit of glue all the way down, fold it over, and give that a good burnish. All right, so then what you've ended up with is 2 towers, like so. I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings or something. And I'm just going to stick those together like that. All right, so that's your construction. And then it means that when you squish them, you should be able to squish them. Hold on, which is the easiest way to squish? That should measure 6 inches, she says, because I carefully measured it to make sure that it would fit into a 6 by 6 card envelope. Yeah, there we go. So that should come to 6 inches. All right. So I'll stick that together so that you can see how that works. So glue. And pop that onto that one there. Yep. Just want to make sure that they go together. So make sure they still fold down nicely. Oh, I think I'll do it that way. There we go. All right, so there we go. That's the construction. You see that? How cool is that? That wasn't as complicated as I thought it was going to be. Just got to remember which side to stick to which bit. Ah, no, it just doesn't want to go that way. So you just have to, yeah, find the cardstock's happy place in terms of where it will sit. All right. So now you can see where potentially you can have this bridging section. And Anne, when you were saying that you need to make a 60th birthday card, I thought, ooh, it would be really nice to maybe have your number there, a frame and a number. So I am going to get out some nice dies and find one that will sit across there. But before I do that, I want to plan out what I'm going to do with my paper. So I wanted to show off this that I made last night. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do a bridging section, the section in here probably doesn't need my pretty paper. I'm thinking of doing some embossing something. Oh, I could emboss with my lovely new crochet one, because that would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Or possibly something else. I'll see. So I am going to then cut this so that I can stick some panels onto here. And actually, I want a really nice narrow fit. I'm going to go for 5 and basically an 1/8 smaller than my panels. And these are 1 1/4, so I'm going to do 1 1/8. So I haven't decided if I'm going to have them go all the way around. I mean, I could be super frugal and just go, you know what, I'm just going to do them on the sides and save the rest of the paper for something else. Yeah, and I like that with this design, you can, do all the scoring for the 2 sides and then cut it in half. Hi, William. All right, so I'm going to take those 2 pieces, stick that one on there. Oh, now Tom did say he was going to come and do a live, but I think he might have forgotten. He was going to make my Valentine's card. Hi, Cindy. Happy cooking. What are you making? Hi, Shaz. When did you sneak in? See, already that's really coming together. I like that. And I've got that whole piece for another card. Brilliant. Okay, I will do some embossing. Just trying to find some cardstock. I was going to go for maybe soft sea foam and then emboss it with putting some ink on it. Okay, right. Oh, I need to measure what size this panel is. I lost my rulers. this. I lose all my rulers. Oh, there's one. Okay. Right, so that measures 2 inches, so it just needs a panel there. Although I'm thinking I might quite like a little bit of panel there. That's 1/2 inch. Okay, let's just go for... Let's just cut a section off here. So I need 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, so that's 1 plus 2. I need 3 inches here. But you know what? I'm going to give it a bit extra because sometimes when you put things through an embossing folder, it does shrink it a little bit. And I think I'm not going to use that one because it's got such defined squares on it. I want to go for something that's not as defined. Oh, I was sitting on my ruler. I kind of want to go for something a bit more masculine. Oh, basket weave. That would make sense. Right, I'm going to go for a bit of Lost Lagoon. You've been here from the beginning, Ruth. Already said hi. Now I feel extra special. There we go. I think my brain's just, you know. Thanks, Monica. Hi, Janice. Right. You know what? I don't trust myself. I'm going to stick a peg on that while I get my machine out. So because this is a 3D embossing folder, I just need plate 1 and plate number 4, which is this lovely dark grey one. And I'm going to roll it through twice, but I like to roll it through the same direction because they recommend that the... what's the word I want? Oh, there's one of my hairs. They recommend that the hinge goes through first. You shouldn't then come back with embossing folders. Okay, that's cool. I like that. So I just need 2 inches. No, I think I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut 1 inch first so that I'm not fiddling around with that, and then place that halfway because I can see that the 1/2 inch mark there. Oh, I should have done it less than 2 inches. I'm just going to cut it with scissors because I don't want to put this into my trimmer. So this really should have measured 1 7/8, not 2 inches. I forgot to take the margin off. Hopefully, I used the basket weave die, so there was kind of like a line I could follow. Don't look too closely though, it's not very straight. Oh, that's good to hear, Shaz. I'm glad she's getting cuddles with you. Best way to heal, in the arms of somebody else who loves you. I like that. It's very classy looking. I like it. All right, so now I want to find a die that will span that. We have various sort of circular frame type ones. So I'm just having a look at what we've got that would work. Not those. I mean, that will sit across there. And I'm wondering if I cut that out of there and then cut one out of actually I'm thinking shaded spruce as a frame. Of which I have plenty of scraps. Yeah, that could work. Right, machine back again. Plate 1. Plate 2. Plate 3. My paper, my die, and then a second plate 3. Hi Jenny, hi Kenzie. Hi all, I've you on 2 devices. One to watch and one to chat. Love it. How about the decal circles with a hinge? Ooh, with a hinge. What a great idea. Yeah, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Just double checking why I put this in my scrap drawer. I'm trying to think, why would I put that in there rather than it being just a card base that I would use? I don't know. You know what, I'm going to move that into my card base box because I don't want to waste that. Let's see what else I've got to use. There we go. There's a piece. Oh, it's got a bit of a... it's got a bit damp. Let's see if I can... Oh, I'll be fine. It'll get squished. Sorry, I keep sniffling. Yeah, it's just a cold this time, Kenzie. Yeah, I've been taking some Vitsy when I remember. Yeah, it's not as bad as the flu that we had. Not at all. It's just a bit annoying. Right, I feel like my table's a mess. Right. So I want, keep that one for later. I want that one for there. And this one for the frame. That's going to go there and there. I think I'll just stamp a sentiment there. As I said, you know, I was saying to Anne earlier, because Anne's got to make her 60th birthday, if you want to make this front bit absolutely spectacular, of course you can do that, you know, with embellishments or whatever. But I kind of just want to make my paper sing, because I stamped it, which, you know, I think you're absolutely, you know, if you've taken time to stamp a really beautiful piece of paper, you want to kind of really show it off. Right, I'm just going to see if I can find a nice sentiment. Actually, look, there's that really nice happiest birthday that's from that succulent set. So may as well show it off. Hi, Jane. And of course, I'm going to do it in the darkest colour that I used yesterday, which is Shaded Spruce. And I just need to condition my stamp a bit. Go. That's the perfect spot. So I'm wondering whether it's easier for me to stick this panel on first and then stick that around it. I'm thinking yes. Or we could stick that on with dimensionals. I can't be bothered. So I'm not going to. Just going to put a little bit of glue there. And a little bit of glue there. And so I'm aiming this so that it's got equal amounts of this panel on these panels here. Because when it folds open, it will then be in the middle. So just rub that down. Just double check. Yes. See how that sits correctly? Yes, if your sound isn't great, can you pop out, pop back in? We'll still be here, I promise. Okay, so now I just need to put glue along the edge of my shape. Yeah, so I definitely recommend if you're doing a nested, you have a nested situation with the die cuts, that you put the big panel on first, and then it's so much easier to kind of figure out where to put the glue for the frame. And then just give it a little massage. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, am I putting my face down too much? I have got plans to get a new mic. I just need to do a bit of research on Amazon. And I'm a bit snotty. Is it monochromatic? Yeah. Yeah, of sorts. Having to give this quite a massage. There we go. think that's there now. Right, so I like this because it, although it looks kind of quite spectacular, it just uses up one piece of cardstock as your main structure. I used half a piece of my stamped One Sheet Wonder and then a little bit extra for the frame. So not too bad, I don't think. Now, I do want to, though, stick a panel on the back to be my, where I'd write my message. And then that is it. And I'm off. You guys are not going to let me off that easily. I know you're not. So I will probably make another one of these so that you can see the construction again. I know you like to watch it twice so that it gets into your brains. Hi, Kim. Thank you, Shaz. Oh, no, this is tricky, trying to put this in. Right, hold on. Stay. When it's folded flat, it will fit in a 6x6, Georgiana. Yeah, it will stick in a 6x6 envelope. Yeah. When I first designed it, it was like 6.5. So I reduced this measurement. So if you wanted it to be longer, to fit into whatever you call half an 8.5 by 11, like a big, you know, like a, or what would that be, a 5x7 type situation. You know, all you need to do is make this measurement bigger. Possibly even make these towers. You could maybe make those 1.5 inches square. Obviously, you would use more cardstock, but if you wanted to do something really spectacular, I'm a proud Artful Stampin School alumni. You need to put alumni at the end of that, Kim. 2025. All right, who wants to see me do another one? I might just go and grab another stamped One Sheet Wonder just to do something a bit different. Just to, you know, colour wise. Okay, any questions while I go and grab stuff? Yeah, to make a 5x7. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, you could take something like this. I'm just trying to see if that would be... You could have that in the middle and then that wrapping around. Same with that one. That might work. I'll just see my... Until you graduate. Got you. Ooh, I might just have enough for that one. Oh, who remembers this one? I love stamping that. Oh, goodness, look at that. That was from a while back, wasn't it? Oh, that's lush. You know what? I owe somebody a birthday card. Oh, my word. I'm going to make it with that because I think she would like those colours. Now the thing is to decide what colour I want to go for as a base, because where I've stamped colour onto there, oh, I know what I did. I put white ink, didn't I, underneath maybe. I don't even know what colour this is. It kind of looks like a Misty Moonlight, but let me see what Misty Moonlight would look like under that. Yeah, I'll go with that. Oh, Shaz, I know. We're gonna have to just like relive. Janice, have you got anything to announce yet about? I've got to be careful what I say, because in case you haven't announced stuff. Your plans. I'll put it that way. Have you announced anything about your plans? Okay, right. So if you are starting from scratch to make that card, the Two Towers card, I need to put a little Gandalf in there, I think. You start with your cardstock portrait mode, and then you score at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 3/4, and then at 5 inches, and then at 5 5/8. Oh, nearly cut it then. Oh, that was close. And then I cut it at 7 5/8. What are we doing that weekend on stage, Janice? So for my 8.5 by 11 friends, I'm going to cut this at 5.5 inches just to see, so you can see the kind of proportions. Okay, so I think I want to show off all the paper. So rather than having a different section in the middle, I'm going to have a smaller bridging section, and so I want more of the paper to show. So let me just do a calculation to figure out actually how much I need. So this I needed 1 and 1. Ooh. I mean, I could take it down to 1. And let's take it down to 1. 1, 1. Half. 1 3/4. So hold on. 2 1/2. 2 1/2 plus 2 1/2 is 5, plus 1 3/4. So that'll be 6 3/4. Right, let's just see how much I've got across here. Oh, I have plenty. 3/4. I might be able to actually do how I've done that one. If I add, sorry, I've just got to do the maths really quick in my head. 1/8 and 1/8. 8, that'll be quarter, that'll be half. What have I got? Oh, I've got plenty. All right. No, I'm going to go back to having the really thin border. Okay, so I'm just going to take 1/8 off. So that would be 5 3/8. I'm going to cut this paper. Now I really like that pink bit there, so I want more of this than this. So if I end up not using this section, I'm happy. So, right, any questions before I get cutting this out? Because this is going to be... It's all right, Dawn. You don't need to listen to my workings out. You just need to listen to when I tell you, what I tell you to cut. Yay! Janice has announced it. Right. So Janice is going to be hosting a Zoom weekend, the weekend of Onstage. So I'm not going to Onstage. Janice isn't going to Onstage. Shaz is not going to Onstage. So Shaz, we're just going to have to share a bed at Janice's and get some stroopwafels. What else did we eat when we were in Amsterdam? Oh my days, that breakfast we had. We had the most awesome breakfast in Haarlem. It was so good. Right. I've just got to concentrate now, so I can't think about Onstage. I've just got to concentrate. Okay, so 1... Oh, I've already lost it. Right, yeah. 1 1/8. So 1 1/8, then 1 1/8, then 1/2 inch, then 1 7/8, so that's 2 inches minus 1/8. So then 1/2 inch, then 1 1/8, oh yes, Karen, of course. And then 1 1/8. All right, so I'm only left with that little piece there. That's fine. All right, I'm just going to pop these here so I don't lose the sequence. And the reason I've done it this way, you don't have to if you've just got a patterned paper where it doesn't actually matter. But because I wanted to actually see the sequence of my pattern, that's why I've cut it in that order. All right, so before I do that, I just need to fold all my score lines. Oh yes, for sure, Janice. Yes, and do set up, Janice, a button for people to donate as well, to pay towards it. Oh, that would be so cool, Monica. I know. You guys are going to have such a great time. Yeah, so for those of you who are wondering, why is Ruth not going to Onstage? It's in Strasbourg, which, you know what? I probably would love to go to Strasbourg. It's such a beautiful part of the world, but it's really awkward to get to. I just can't justify the pennies either, especially as I'm planning to go to Las Vegas in November. So I've just, yeah. What is the date of this event? It's in 4 weeks' time, I think. Is that right? Yeah, it's this weekend, but in 4 weeks' time. The weekend of the 14th, 15th, 16th. Well, 14th, 15th. I mean, the event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, really. But I guess, I don't know, how long does Janice, how long is your Zoom staying open? Oh, you won't have to stay up, Anne. Yeah, no, when we're up in the early morning, well, I've got a Zoom meeting doing something else in that afternoon, so I'll have to be on a Saturday morning, a Saturday evening. Okay, so now I'm just going to stick this together. So you have your roll up of your square like that, and then once you get to that point, you fold that one back at the halfway point. And it's that thinner column that you then apply your glue to. Give that a squish. I'll I'll open the Zoom on the Thursday evening until the Sunday. Wow. I wonder if it's worth creating an event for it, Janice, on Facebook, so people can kind of say, oh, I'm on there now, or whatever. All right, I'm thinking before I stick this section together, I'm actually going to start sticking these components. So I know I want that one there. And then that there. Or even just a temporary messenger chat, maybe. I don't know, I'm throwing ideas out there, Janice. Whatever you feel you can manage. Happy to help whatever way I can. Alright, so that one's going to go on there. I'm glad I went for the finer margins because you really do get that sense of the pattern continuing. With the finer margin. Okay, so that's going to get stuck onto there. Yeah, did you not do the Mask Cross one last year, Kenzie? It's one that I seem to do around Easter time. People quite like it as a sort of Easter decor piece. There's still time to sign up to the wreath stamping class on Saturday morning. Oh, thanks, Patricia. Thank you, Terry. Right, let's see how it's looking. So pretty. Now I could have, now I'm being critical of my own work. I could have done it so that that piece jumps straight to that, and I could have done something different there, but I don't know. I've done it now, so never mind. I've raised the point so that if you would rather see that patterning when the card is open, that continuation of pattern when the card is open, then just miss out those edges that are on the side. I was just so obsessed with having that pattern carry on, I didn't think about how it would look when it was sat like that. Anyway, it still looks pretty. I'm not, I've no regrets, but just bear that in mind. Okay, so as I said, I didn't want to have such a big panel going across there. So I'm just going to see if, oh, that would look nice, wouldn't it? And that's not meant to be in there, is it? What's that from? That is definitely not meant to be in there. Oh, does anyone know where that's from? That does not belong in there. I'm almost tempted to do that as well. I don't think that belongs in there either. Oh. Okay, right, those definitely belong in there. That definitely belongs in there. Actually, the circle would be quite nice. Will it fit? Just about. Right, that belongs. That belongs in there. So how many of those are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then those. So what's that? 15 dies. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that doesn't belong there. Okay. I think I'll cut that out with the Misty Moonlight, and then I might have to hand cut that to sit inside it. I may as well use up that little piece. Something fancy dies. Oh, might have been, yeah. Square would look nice on point. Yes, doing it that way. Yeah. Yeah, it would. Good ideas. I didn't think I'd like the blue, but it works well. Blackberry Bliss might be nice. Yes. Yeah, it would have been very good high contrast, wouldn't it? Right. Let's get a scrap of. Oh no. I'll pull out the wrong drawer. I hate Misty Moonlight. Oh, I need a little fairy to come and tidy my stuff. Little elves, that's what I need. You know, like in the Elves and the Shoemaker. What are you saying nope to, Monica? Something fancy? Right, I've pegged that like so onto the front, and I'm just going to use the shape of the die cut, the die cut, just to cut my fishtail. Scoop that along. That looks cool, doesn't it? So in order to end up with the same margin, I'm going to have to scoop that an extra little bit there and peg, and then cut again. So with these more basic shapes, you don't necessarily need to have a die. You could just cut this out yourself. It's just nice to have the die because it's got these extra... Oh, easy, just take that off. This die has got extra little sort of dots that emboss the edge, which makes it look a bit more fancy-dancy, but you don't have to do that. Which I'm almost covering up, actually. Oh, look at that. That's almost like... It almost follows that. I'm wondering whether to... Because it's going to look weird, me putting that there when I could have maybe moved it over and done it so it carried on that image, I'm going to just flip that round so it doesn't interfere. There we go. Ooh, oh no, look at that. It almost matches with that. Oh, it's so funny. And I do want to stamp something there, but I want something really delicate. Maybe just God bless, I think, because it's a belated birthday card, so I don't actually want it to say happy birthday. I'm out of focus. There we go. Am I in focus now? Oh, sorry. Right, yeah. Sorry, I was showing you. Was I over here? Sorry. There we go. Thank you, Shaz. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I can find when I stamped it, because I have a feeling I experimented with putting some white ink on the cardstock. So I think it's Coastal Cabana. And then I got the white ink pad, and I think I blobbed or splotched, or whatever you want to say, the ink on before stamping. And I've got a feeling I stamped maybe Melon Mambo. So I've got this pink here is the result of stamping onto the white ink. So just want the U from Grateful for You to do the God Bless You. Let's see if I can ink it here. Because I think last time I did it with a pen and I didn't like the results as well, as much as the ink pad. Oh no, don't come up to meet me. Just gotta go for it. Okay, that'll do. Oh, you did? Oh, thanks, Monica. How did you find it? Wow. Right, I'm just going to tap on that now to call it up, and I'll link it later. Wow. So how? Oh, shush, 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 shush. A year ago. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. It literally was a year ago. 6th of Feb, 2024. Yes, because Detailed Dogwood, the stamp where this lovely branch comes from, was the celebration like double award freebie. I loved it. You can pick it up on those sale sites, you know, like Facebook sites where people sell retired product. I have seen it come up. Yeah, I don't teach this technique in my white ink class, but yeah, I have got a white ink class coming up. Just reminding everybody, it got requested. It's quite a popular one, that one. Oh no, I've gone too far over. Yuck. Right, there we go. Oh, cool, Kim. Just the right amount of grunge for you, I think, that one. I know how he liked your grunge. There we go. So that's just a little bridge across there. So it just goes to show you can do a mahoosive bridge. Like, you know, you could get a truck across that. Or a little bridge, you get a bike across. You know. So there we go. Now you have the white ink refill. Oh, well, you're very welcome to join us. I believe it's next week, that one. Yeah. There we go. Right. Okay. So what do I need to go through with you guys then? I did all the measurements again for you. So if you missed that, go back and watch the beginning and then also the second part when I started making this card. These dies are Wildflower Designs, the sort of elongated hexagon type shape. And it goes with the lovely stamp set, actually, Wildflower Dies. If you want to see how I stamp this, I'll pop it in the description. So this is the succulents, the new succulents stamp set, which is super pretty. And oh, this one still needs a little panel on the back. Got some scrap bits of Pool Party here, which will be fine. That look like they'll be just the right size. Yeah, I'll go with that. And the die I used for this is a good old faithful die set. If you're new to die cutting and you're a bit overwhelmed with, you know, what do I get? This is a really good. Oh, sorry. Right, am I back? begin. This is a really good set to start you off with. It's called Stylish Shapes, and you get 5 squares, 5 circles, and you get the, what do you call that, the label, sort of long label. You get 3 of those. Yeah, you get, no, 4 of those of different kind of ratios. Right, I'm just cutting this to pop on the back. It's probably, if you're going to gift this to somebody, it's probably easier to write on it first, then stick it on, but I'm going to stick it on just to show you where it goes. And what else do I need to tell you? Oh, the little sentiment. So the sentiment for that, the happiest birthday, came from Detailed Succulents, that one. And the sentiment that I've used on this card came from Layers of Beauty. Oh, I better put that somewhere before I lose it. Right, any other questions? Using one-sheet wonders to make intricate cards is very rewarding and beautiful. Thank you, Mindy. It certainly is. I think the sense of achievement that you get from making an intricate card is kind of like, I don't know, 8 out of 10. But when you know that you've stamped it yourself, or maybe 9 out of 10, but when you've stamped the paper yourself, I think it's like 10 out of 10. Am I on tomorrow night? Yes, my husband is going to be watching Lord of the Rings with a friend of his. So yeah, I've got to be out the house. It's the bros getting together. Yeah, no, we don't. We're not really big into Valentine's Day, so it's fine. Although if Tom's up to it, because he's got men's breakfast on Saturday morning. If he's up to it, I'll get him to come and do the card. We should have a Zoom Valentine's night. Oh, well, you're welcome to. Yeah. Okay, I love the green until I saw the blue. Georgiana. Well, they're just, I mean, they're both lovely, aren't they? They're just different feel to it. This is a bit more feminine, I think, this one. This one I think I'd quite happily give to a guy, because it's, even though the succulent looks like a flower, it's like it's a plant. There we go. You sound a little better. Thank you. All right, I think that was everything. I've just got to figure out where these go. I will at some point. I'll put them somewhere safe. Right. If you have any questions, as per normal, please contact me. And please remember, celebration, there's only, what, 2 weeks left? No, less than 2 weeks left of celebration. Thanks, Cheryl. And there now in Europe, we're out of the heart die stamp set, that one that came out back in January. We're out of that, out of stock. We're out of stock of the letters dies, and there was something else I think we were out of stock with as well. But there are still quite a few options to choose from in terms of freebie gifts. So if you spend £55 at the moment, you get to choose a free gift, and that is still happening. And I do have a host code, and I believe it was shared recently. If not, go to Artful Stampin on Facebook, and it is there. Let me just see if I can find it really quickly. Right, have I got any messages that I need to know about? Right, have you guys got any questions that I need to know about? Yeah, February host code is definitely there. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Oh, thank Monica, you're so quick. Thank you. I don't even need to post it. Monica's already done it. Thank you. I just made a template of this card for future making. Oh, okay. That just reminds me. Do you want me to draw this template out? So it was score. Oh, my phone is being a pain. There we go. Score. Then score. Then add 2. So 1, 2. So cut there. Okay. You can take a screenshot of that if you want to. Night, Heather. There we go. Hope that helps. Right, take care, everybody. I'm gonna skedaddle. Leave you those to look at. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. And please do, if you do make one, I'd love to see it. Please do share it on Artful Stampin Space. Oh, wow, Georgiana, that's quick off the mark. That's amazing. Good job. All right. Thank you, Pam. Great to see you. Thanks, everyone.